Quick warning about this episode. It's definitely the most sexually descriptive of any of our episodes. So if that's a problem for you, you probably wouldn't be listening this far anyway. So enjoy.
Coming up on this episode of Lust to Dust.
Oh, God. Her tongue was gliding.
Oh, God.
From lust to dust.
Welcome back to From Lust to Dust, my horny dead dad.
Podcast where we read our dead dad's sex book.
I'm Brett Dodenhoff.
I'm Connor Dodenhoff.
Today on the pod, we got a very special guest. We've got Danika Lyle.
Woo! So excited to be here. I'm a fan, y'all.
She's a fan of the pod.
Big fan of the pod.
I think we're going to try to only do fans of the pod or listeners of the pod.
Yeah.
You know, because I think we want to hear your perspective on Bob. And we've had Nina was a big fan, and your roommates.
Roommates.
With Nina.
All we do in the house, we sit down and we play Lust to Dust, and we go, gosh, what's Bob going to do next?
What's Bob up to?
What's Bob up to?
No wonder your neighbor hates you.
Just to catch up, our neighbor hates us.
If you really want your neighbor to leave, blasting this podcast, some salacious parts might be
It would be a
to get him
decent
going,
way to get,
you know?
yeah.
It could be, but unfortunately, there's too big a risk that he gets just really into it.
That's the other side.
So, Danny, you've been following a little bit. Was there any particular moment that has caught your eye in this journey?
I guess what I have to say is I'm a Diane girl.
Diane.
Yeah.
Diane, I think just as a woman who does comedy, I just think it's so funny. It's like so funny.
Right.
Anyway, there was probably nothing there immediately.
Yeah, Diane I look back to a lot because of the whole, they had this great sense of humor together. She was hilarious, but then he just couldn't get over, I guess, how attractive or whatever she was. But they seemed to have great sex. Like they had a great time. I really want to find Diana out there.
I know.
So.
That darn similar age they had. If only she could have gotten over that.
Yeah. Well, all right, so Ashley, we left off. Ashley, she was living with us.
Oh, yes.
What's your take on this so far?
I loved what was said last time about, like, he truly created the most horny taboo he could have.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
kind of a trap of just like, I can't do it. I'm too honorable.
It is like a full on, like, yeah, the honor. It's the honorable guy that's like, will he or will he not break? And
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
But now, right at the end here, he's like, the light's at the end of the tunnel. She's moving out. Like,
Yeah. What's your take? Do you think it's going to happen?
my take is definitely that it's going to happen. I think only because at first I was just like, what is she getting out of this? Like, I can't tell her vibe yet to BH. But when she called and said she wanted to celebrate, I'm kind of like, okay, she knows this is a pivotal moment. Like, she knows she's moving out. She wants to celebrate with him.
But what's most interesting is no chapter is dedicated this much to the kind of predating pre-explosion. So I think it will clearly...
The predating pre-explosion.
Clearly, it's made the book.
The talking stage, also known as the predating pre-explosion.
So yeah, what we call here is the pre-explosion phase. It's,
Every one of my relationships is pre-explosion.
that's how I ask. Yeah. Oh, how's it going with that girl? Is it still pre-explosion?
Still pre-D-Day?
Oh yeah. I don't know if I told you. Diane and I are post-explosion.
The
now.
post-explosion phase is the best one. Just savor it.
Ashley, not to spoil things, but Ashley did make the book. This is a book about 28 Second Chances at Love.
Good.
So
Let's
I
do
would
it.
say if we're a betting man here, I highly doubt
You're thinking
it ended platonically.
And Danny, you're thinking something for sure. You both you are team explosion. I you know what? For the interest of the plot, I'm saying no explosion.
A small little recap here. Ashley has found an apartment.
Yeah.
She's signing her lease, and now my dad and her are going to go out to celebrate this newfound signing of the lease.
Later that evening, we got ready to head out for some fun. Being a Friday night and without the boys, there were no restrictions or self-imposed curfews. So we both were unshackled and ready for fun.
Unshackled.
I mean, he could tease it a little more.
Oh my
You're saying
I know.
unshackled?
Come on.
Yeah,
We know
the
what's
chains
happening.
have been broken.
The shackles of
And just
guilt.
showing how much he felt in pain being around her before then.
Literally.
Her platonic friendship was not enough.
No.
He's just like, and how was your day? And what are your thoughts?
I opened a bottle of Cabernet and began to pour 2 glasses when she emerged from the hallway. "You look wonderful," I said as I handed her a glass. She had a tight black blouse, low cut, sexy, and it fit her like it was custom made. She looked simply magnificent.
And again, this is just platonic. I'm sure if his buddy Kevin walked in, he would have said the same thing.
Kevin, khakis.
Kevin,
all the way
khaki.
to the knee.
Down to the knee.
You look wonderful, I said as I handed her a glass. Thank you, came the reply. And you look very handsome as well tonight.
He always throws that back.
Yes.
You know? He has to get himself a compliment in there. You look handsome as well. It's been repeated probably 5 or 6 times.
He never leaves it out. He's always like, and she had a little bit of feedback as well.
We could get in her mind.
Well, we're both not lacking in complimenting skills, I said. Cheers to your new place, and may it prove to be a wonderful home for you.
This just seems like the horniest dial. Like, these are two people that are so, like...
What is he, German?
Cheers to your new place.
It's just such a dog shit piece of dialogue that you're like, you're right. His mind isn't even thinking coherently right now.
I bet they said nothing.
We finished our wine and headed for cocktails and appetizers. After eating, we headed for Ricky's bar downtown. Ricky was back from his extended New York vacation and was once again handling the front-end duties for his nightclub. He had not yet seen Ashley in Charleston, so he was anxious to hear about her stay.
If you remember, Ricky's the one that set them up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're not entirely sure whether or not Ricky's already
had perhaps a greeting or two.
A greeting.
With her
Ashley.
as well?
Ricky handshake.
Yeah,
It's possible. We don't know.
You're telling me that you've been with Bob now for about 3 weeks and he hasn't hit on you yet? Ricky teased. Bob's been the perfect gentleman, Ashley replied with a smile. Gentleman? Man, now that's a word I don't often hear about him in the same sentence, he said.
Okay, so Ricky's throwing him under the table. Okay, so maybe
Ricky wants what he can't have a little bit.
Yeah, I think Ricky was kind of like, thanks for holding on to this for me. You know, Ricky's like, thanks for watching my.
That is kind of a crazy statement from a friend.
Maybe we might get into a little headbutting here.
Wow, I would love to see that. And just hoping that like there would be maybe an ego check for Ricky. That would be an amazing Bob.
He's been so helpful showing me around the city, and his boys are just darling.
We were nice to her.
Nice to her?
Yeah. We could have like gone full Home Alone and like
You could have been like, you're not my mom.
Yeah.
Well, it
really
was pitched to us as just a platonic kind of romance.
I mean, we were young, but were we that dumb? I mean, it is crazy that like he was like, I'm not sleeping with this woman.
Right.
I'm telling my ex-wife I'm not sleeping with her. I'm telling my kids I'm not sleeping with her. And the fact that he wasn't sleeping with her.
Yeah.
I'm like, at this point, no one's believing you.
No one's believing you.
No one's believing you.
You got people running into you and just saying like, "Good job, buddy."
Come on.
Yeah, the real estate agent.
Yeah.
Around 1:30 a.m., I suggested we head home. As we entered into the condo, I made a careless mistake. Instead of taking an immediate left to my room, I stupidly looked her in the eye and suggested we finish the night with another glass of wine.
Wow.
I made a
careless mistake.
That's awesome. He goes, I somehow, in all this fury,
in all this gentlemanly chivalry,
I let it slip.
I thought I was being an even better host.
Oh, no.
He epitomizes the little devil and the angel on the shoulder a bit. And because he's playing this, like, I do think there's two parts of his mind working, but one has always been stronger than the other in his decision making.
Well, it's super easy in this context to convince yourself that this is just a nice thing.
Yeah.
Like he's probably doing that work right now where he's just like, oh my God, like we've had a great night and you're celebrating and let's why go to bed? You know what I mean?
That's a really nice reading of it. I don't know if that's...
Sure, I'd love to have one, came the reply. She was in a great mood from both finding her apartment and signing the lease, and she still had a ton of energy. You idiot, I thought, as we headed to the kitchen.
I love that he's like, I now must sleep with her. You idiot, he hasn't crossed any boundary still.
No, he's just like, it's so given. He's like,
idiot.
A nightcap at Bob's place?
At
Well,
Bob's.
of course, it's always worked. Fans of the pod, we know.
Also, you idiot, he's said to himself, probably 5 or 6 times in the book he's said that. It's like he does kind of have that dual personality thing, whereas like his body moves, but his mind tells him another thing.
You told yourself not to get into this position, and look at you now. You should go right to bed. You know you're not right for each other.
It's very funny the way he oscillates from like it being casual is fine. Yeah. Like, I don't know, for like the early stuff. And like now it's just like, but we're not meant for each other, which I think is like kind of nice that he's just like, doesn't want to like this could also be a casual thing.
Yeah, it is. He's putting a lot of pressure on of like, if we do this, clearly I think he feels something towards her.
Yeah.
In a way that is probably scaring him.
Totally.
Too late. She was ahead of me now and had already pulled 2 glasses from the cupboard. Cheers! Here's to your new place and a fresh start in Charleston, I said. Thank you. I know I'm already loving it here, she said, smiling broadly.
These are just the horniest toasts because there's no substance.
It is funny because now I'm thinking about like prior to a first kiss with someone and when you're trying to make conversation, it's pretty dog shit dialogue.
Good, because you're kind of switching over from like, human developed like person to like animalistic kind of like more primal.
She looked especially magnificent. Several strands of her long hair were falling over her cheek, and her makeup was perfect. I once again thought about how I'd been trying to avoid anything romantic with her, so I casually moved to the other side of the kitchen island to give myself a bit of distance.
I love this, that he still like physically needs to like.
I love that. I've been in that experience, I think, before, like when you're with a friend and you are like something like a little bit more muddled and like suddenly you notice that person just go, or like I've done that too, where you're like, and then suddenly you're sitting up straight and whatever, and you think they don't know what I'm doing, but they just saw someone activate.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you get the feeling with someone that they might make a move,
or you get the feeling that they were kind of in a flirty moment and stopped themselves.
Yes.
Like, which is I think what just happened, and it, probably in his mind he's like, oh, I'm just making a little distance. What she saw was this.
Yeah, the sloppiest, like for some reason he's now
4 feet away.
I love this. He's battling himself here.
Yeah, truly.
And I'll tell you, he's losing. Do you think like she would like walk and he would walk and they just like would walk in this like
yeah.
like he's being chased by a serial killer around the.
He suddenly has the fridge.
Yeah.
He's maneuvered all the furniture.
Regardless of what we spoke about, I was now helplessly drawn to her. I'd spent so much energy over the past weeks trying to keep my distance, but my willpower had now dwindled to about 0. Throughout the past weeks, we both had proceeded only as friends, and I never got the impression that she wanted anything more. But now, perhaps because of the wine or her exceptionally good mood, I could sense that she too was more than just casually fond of me. Well, I'd be happy to be of help with any of your decorating ideas, I said. Through the years, I've become fairly handy at general maintenance nonsense. You're a sweetheart, she said. I can't imagine imposing on you. Not at all, I interrupted. I enjoy doing anything I can to...
Oh my God. This is the worst pre-kiss. Like they wandered into the worst territory they could be in. I've been known to be good with wallpaper.
I can do an Allen wrench.
You know how we all like porn dialogue is so terrible, but maybe it's actually really accurate.
I would never want to see like my dialogue like sitting on a couch when I like know I have to make a move.
Oh my God. It's the worst stuff ever.
Yeah.
Also, because I'll be honest, I think I hate it when it's clever too. Have you ever had someone give you a line right before? Well, I guess guys do. I had one time I went out to ice cream with someone and he kept asking me like, how does it taste? And I was like, I don't remember why I just like ignored that question, but I was like talking about something else. And then he kept asking it. And then I was just like, oh, it's like good. It's like chocolate. And he was like, can I try some? And then kissed me to try.
No!
Woo. Well, how did you take it?
I just like, because then I'm just kissing, just going, okay. Reacting. Because I think I definitely wanted to kiss anyway, but then like, he almost kind of like, I actually hated that it was so planned and liney.
Yeah.
We're very repulsed by something that feels rehearsed in life.
Totally.
Yeah. Brett is going to read this next paragraph.
I stopped mid-sentence. It was no use. I looked at her and just smiled. What's the matter? She said, smiling back. Never mind. I smiled again, sighed. Come here. I said gently. Started to take a few steps around the island towards her. I loved that. He's made it the hardest. He's had so many opportunities and he's like, whatever. I love it.
Because actually, I'm not going to lie. I was like, actually, that's kind of the sexiest, smoothest this could have gone.
Yes.
Like, there's something very nice about, like, because it's not words. It is just, like, some internal dialogue I'm not privy to. I like it when somebody goes, never mind, or, like, whatever. And then that was good. And then cut to him walking, like, 10 paces across the room. I'm obsessed.
I did. It's the funniest reveal where it's like, like you're imagining them right, literally, lip to lip, and then he's like, "Come here," and you go wide, and he's
wide.
All right, go wide. Coming over.
I moved aside the dishwasher and the toaster.
Screen door out.
Took off the cellophane.
Yeah, I unwrapped the tinfoil wrap.
She too took a step in my direction. I placed my hands on her shoulders and smiled again. She looked at me curiously. I could sense her anticipation that I was about to move our relationship from platonic to something more significant. I have been trying so hard these past few weeks to remain neutral, I said.
I just hope too that she's into this, because this is a nightmare.
Yeah, don't reveal this.
In the instance that she's like, oh God,
Yeah.
I thought we've been clear about this.
Yeah.
Remain neutral.
Yeah.
Call me Switzerland.
I tried to be Switzerland, but
But the Nazi regime is just too strong.
yes.
That's
Or
the
wait a
lie.
minute.
Or wait.
Wait.
The Allied. Wait, give me 1 second.
What's your heritage?
Neutral? She asked in a playful way. Yes, I laughed. I put my arms around her and leaned my head to the left for a kiss. Newt was all I could whisper before our lips met.
Oh, crazy last word before kiss.
It's not sexy at all. Nude.
There's so much built up tension here. None of these moves are sexy. I mean, I think watching this would have been a disaster.
A disaster. The outside view.
CCTV of this would be pretty rough.
I mean,
to
this would
watch.
be brutal. Of neutral.
Try to get neutral.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining her looking at him. Neutral.
There's nothing sexy about the word neutral.
We both kissed furiously with a kind of emotional release, pent up from weeks of holding back. I was totally engrossed into the embrace, and my physical excitement was clearly obvious as well.
So he's rock hard.
Rock hard. Hi there.
He's no stranger to a boner during making out.
No.
It's kind of been his thing, you know?
I imagine that he honestly was behind the island to hide the erection.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's like.
Yeah, I had to create distance,
Distance.
for honor.
It was honor, really. He just like
That was all
He gets on the other side of the island. There's still a cookbook there. He moves the cookbook.
yeah.
Still a little
I love
tinfoil.
that he's like, oh shit, the island's lower than I thought. It's just erect penises on top of the island. I've been trying to remain neutral.
him coming around the island with the erection.
I've been trying to remain neutral. Oh God.
I was caught between the passionate emotions of finally acting on my impulse with her and the regret that I had done so at all. Let's go to the living room, I suggested, breaking our embrace for a moment. She nodded yes, and we quickly headed to the living room. We both kicked off our shoes and sat down on the couch. Without speaking, we continued our embrace and kissing at an even more furious pace. I started fondling her breasts with my left hand, and my right went to the lower part of her back. Her body was tight, athletic, and firm, and we were both getting sweaty from the excitement. Without speaking, she reached her hand down and started rubbing my crotch area.
Rubbing my crotch areas, really, editor's note. Probably a different way to say that.
Yeah. He gets really flowery with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to say I think this is a subtle, he did not enjoy that part that much. He was like, she's just rubbing my crotch area.
I mean, I'm going to see this woman.
She was going down there going like,
Which I found perplexing.
It was.
Interesting move.
Usually he's just like so reverent of a woman's body and her touch. And then just one girl kind of playing it freestyle.
The rug burn I was experiencing.
Last night was fun. Let's just say she rubbed my crotch. That's going to be my new.
That's why Ricky was like, hey, I got this girl for you.
It's an
Just
experience.
it's an experience.
I think Ricky wanted to be like, I think Ricky called him up the next day. Did she do that thing? Hey, I can't be the only person who
Hey, dude, aloe vera. Let me just tell you. You're
Aloe
gonna need
vera.
some.
Damn, no turning back now, I thought. This friends thing is totally history.
Because she's now touched you.
Brother, it's been turned around.
Yeah. He also had regrets 5 minutes ago that it hadn't gotten to here sooner.
Yeah. I mean,
Now
there's
he's
so
just
many.
I'm not turning back now.
As she could tell, I was already excited down there, and her hand rubbing increased this even more. After a moment, she put both hands on my zipper. This was way past the friendly stage at this point, I thought, as I reached down to unbuckle my pants.
The fact that he's still on this, we could still be friends.
Yeah.
As if they stopped right now. They'd be like, all right, we're fine.
Wait, what are we doing?
Yeah, what is this?
Get sugar in here. Let's hang out.
Sugar. Yeah, what's Sugar doing here?
What the hell? Sugar?
Yeah, where is Sugar right now?
Hyperventilating in
You
the
know,
room.
Sugar's just one eye up going, oh, great.
Oh, great.
Oh, she's doing the rub, the crotch rub. Oh, boy. 2 words, aloe vera.
Brother.
She reached into the top of my boxers, pulling them down just enough to grab me firmly with her hand. Without delay, she put me in her mouth, up and down, moaning as she moved.
Is this his first blowjob post-sex?
First one that's been described.
Yeah.
He's not, as far as we know.
Page 45.
Get
First
to it.
blowjob. It's not a guarantee anytime. And anytime you have.
Because originally he was going down on quite a few women that decided that it was not going to be a reciprocal situation.
We knew it didn't happen in those cases.
Yeah. So I'm wondering.
Yeah, he's been the one down for the most part here. So it is we're our first time kind of experiencing it from the other side.
Almost immediately, it was clear that she was really good at this.
Wow, okay.
Oh, God. Her tongue was gliding.
Her tongue was gliding firmly up and down on the back of my shaft, and she swirled it in a circular motion around the tip.
Right. Okay, good. And how do you guys feel right now? Can I check in? How do you guys feel listening to this?
Oh, God. Gliding firmly up and down.
Immediately just bullets.
Well, I'm like, what? You know, he's what's interesting. He's just not been very descriptive. We've talked about in other chapters. He's not been descriptive of the sex at all.
Yeah.
And then Amy had noted why hadn't he been? She kind of wanted that. Others have not. So
Yeah, this one.
now we're kind of getting it on page 45. And for the sake of the book, it's like, why? You know?
Yeah, like,
In a
why
way.
now?
Why now? I definitely think this one must have been amazing. Like, this just must have been an amazing blowjob.
Yeah. And
Right.
and again, it might be the first blowjob he's had
Yeah.
since the divorce. And then you also got to think.
He probably wasn't getting a
No.
one in the marriage
No.
for maybe a minute.
I'd say
That might be the case.
it's not crazy to say it's been a decade since he's had a blowjob.
Baby, wow, sweetie, damn, I said, as my excitement level rose very rapidly. Hold on a minute. I wasn't used to this. I mean, many girls give oral, but most are basic and not very stimulating.
You have said in your stand-up you're not a fan of
I don't like blowjobs because I had a horrific experience.
horrific experience.
Yeah.
Just hurt.
Yeah, I was too polite to say anything, but her 2 teeth kept hitting my penis, and to the point where,
Scraping.
but I was like visibly, I was in pain, but I didn't want to be rude.
You're just being quiet.
Yeah, I
in
was being
pain.
quiet, and like she would look, I would literally be going like fully pain, and then she'd look up, and I go.
Oh, bro.
Because I was like, I feel bad being like, hey, this is really fucking hurting. And then she finally, like, she pulled away and like, and this is, probably 15 minutes. And she's probably like wondering like, what's taking so long? And then she pulls away and there were like quite literally as if Bugs Bunny had like gone down my penis with his teeth on a carrot.
Like
Yeah.
blood.
It broke, skin had been broken.
Oh,
And she goes, oops.
Really?
Yeah.
You think she kind of hated you?
real quick. You
No.
think she hated you?
Almost never do I get to a point where I'm no longer in control.
Whoa. He's dancing. Oh, hold on for a second.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he's coming. He's turning into like a sitcom TV dad.
Whoa.
Whoa. There's a laugh track.
Her pace was perfect now, and I was thoroughly lost in the experience. I reached over and gently slid my right hand underneath the waist of her slacks. I slipped down between her butt cheeks with several fingers to enter her.
I'll be honest. He's had sex. I'm just looking ahead. This is the most graphic of anything. I mean, why of all now?
Why of all now?
We wanted more detail, I have said. We wanted more sex detail.
You asked for this.
I mean, and I also don't love reading this. I'm reenacting my
you want
dad
me to read
getting
it?
a blowjob. Do you
want me
want
to read it? Yeah,
All
I
right.
can read it.
All right, you read.
All right, here we go.
Baby, sweetie, I said, as I tried pulling her head gently up with my left to break her grip.
Baby, sweetie.
Baby, sweetie.
A little Elvis.
These are the most
impersonation.
boomer. It's the most
Yes.
boomer blowjob. Baby, sweetie. Honey.
She moaned no in protest and put her head down firmer, escalating her tempo. Man, baby, this is too much, I said, as my fingers inside her mirrored her increased pace.
Okay, basically he's trying to like pull out
Yeah.
because he's about to bust here.
Oh, and she's saying,
Yeah, and she said
dice.
no.
yeah,
no
she's
dice.
saying no. Remember, she's as we know, she's the queen of town here when
She's
it
the
comes to this.
Queen
So
of town. okay, the cynic in me is thinking one thing. The positive in me is like, she's like, we're going to go twice and like, it's blowjob time now. And then, it'll be the other. The other part of me is she's just kind of like, this is fun, but I would like this to be over.
She's like, She's not determined to give the best blowjob in history to get this over with.
But the chapter continues, so I think that's not the case.
It was too late. As I came, she stayed down on me, finishing with several swallows. Oh, baby, damn, are you good? I said, leaning back on the couch, catching my breath.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Sons, shut your eyes, sons.
Yeah,
Sons, shut your eyes.
That's brutal.
You guys were once that. You ever think about that? All right, let's continue.
Yeah. That's
from whence we came. I mean,
those could have been your brothers.
Yeah.
I
Our
hate
sibling.
No!
brother,
wait!
wait. She swallowed. No.
You two in all black.
Yeah, we need a funeral
I
after
think
this.
Also, I don't like that knowing that we were conceived to baby, sweetie. Oh, baby, sweetie.
I paused for a moment and then reached over to pull her pants completely off. I spread her legs further and went down on her from behind. This woman had done a wonderful job of satisfying me, and I intended to do the same for her. I stayed in this position for several moments as she writhed more and more to my motions. I then moved off the couch, turning her over to finish the job from the front. I once again put 2 fingers in her, gently stroking her G-spot while finishing my task.
Was he eating ass? I'm confused.
He was
kinda
going at from behind, which is like, I don't think.
I don't think he's eating ass.
She's laying
here.
flat and he's kind of eating from behind?
Yeah.
Is that what he's
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I will say he's to get the blowjob and then finish and then be like, I'm going back is it's an admirable.
It seems like he didn't waste any time too, which I think is good. I think there's like, even if a guy does go in, there's kind of like now let me have my moment of meditation where I make peace with my God.
Yes.
And they just have a quick moment where they're in prayer and they're just like, but it seems like he knew like, okay, she did good. Let me get in there.
Yeah, he somehow avoided post-nut clarity, which
I
is...
don't think he has post-nut clarity. I've honestly, from everything we've learned, he kind of he goes right back into
his philosophy is after every nut awaits another nut.
Another
so
nut.
he's always
Right.
a green
He's abundant nut.
He's abundant
It's
nut.
not yes, and that's the problem. So many of us, and this is a big problem I think with society, is that we live in a limited nut society.
She moaned softly while moving her hips in a rhythm to match my fingers. After 10 minutes or so, she started moaning louder and louder, moving her hips faster as she had her orgasm. At this point, I was completely hard again, amped up by the excitement of this unexpected passion, and totally turned on by the sight of her beautiful body laid out in front of me. I laid her back on the couch and lay on top of her, rubbing my hard penis gently up and down her crotch as a prelude to entering.
He was able to, within 10 minutes, get hard again.
I think he's just an incredibly horny individual.
Yeah.
It really doesn't take much for him. I mean, he's hard with a makeout session. What do you think? He's not going to be hard eating some ass from behind on a couch?
Part of me thinks that he almost did the noble thing here too, where I don't think he masturbated for the entire duration she was there. Maybe it was rude to do with her in the house. Maybe that was it.
Right.
Maybe it's also that he knew if he were to masturbate, it would have to be to her, and that would even cross the boundary.
Okay.
So I think that we're dealing with, because I'm sorry, 10 minutes and he's already back ready.
No, he had some in his arsenal.
No, we can't, she said in protest, opening her eyes in alarm. No, I panted, totally out of breath, not wanting to believe what I was hearing. No, we can't do that. I like you, Bob, very much, but we can't go that far. She partially sat up, leaning on her elbows. We can't? I lamented, starting to lose my erection. The moment was passing fast. No, we can't. We already know we're not right for each other. I can only do that with the man I'm looking for.
She's the blowjob queen because she never goes all the way.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yes.
She's just gotten really good at that.
It's funny that he thought he didn't see that in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, she's unbelievable at this. Oh, I can't wait to see,
Yeah, what the next thing is. No.
Yeah. I also like
maybe that she's this. Yeah, this is kind of her typical routine.
Yeah.
She gives a really good blowjob. Men fall in love with her for that, but she never kind of, you know, she may even be a virgin. We don't know.
Well, she could be. All I know is I know why she moved out of LA. Because she was in LA and she was just like, okay, these guys do not want to wait.
No, it seems like everyone here is.
Had to get out of there.
Yeah.
I also like that he immediately lost his erection, which is, I mean, like, it is funny that they thought of, she's like, we're not having sex, and there's quite a literal deflation.
And of course, the
occurs.
slide whistle.
Yeah. Woo. I mean, literally, it sounds like a slide whistle. Woo.
The moment was totally lost now, but she was right. We had talked about it several times. I wasn't right for her, at least in that regard.
You talked about it several times that you weren't right for each other. I don't actually have this conversation with my friends very often where I'm like, hey, and by the way, are we right for each other?
That is true.
Anyway, back to Scrabble. But
Like Shakespearean, old-timey, like, we're not right for each other, but,
yeah,
we come from different but it's like...
And so I'm going to say, that after what we've just read, you call this Shakespearean?
it's very...
After he rubbed her butt cheeks and she grabbed his piston?
Yeah.
And your thoughts are Shakespeare?
Yeah.
I lifted myself off her and sat next to her on the couch. You're right, I guess, I said, sighing a bit to reflect my disappointment.
He's such a dramatic.
He's already also came from a blowjob, and he's like, all right.
Just to reflect my you could kind of keep that in is kind of the thing.
Well.
We sat there for a moment, then I kissed her again. You're totally, totally hot as well, I said with a broad smile. And I'm not at all disappointed that we went this far. She smiled back. Neither am I. You're hot too.
There he goes, complimenting himself again.
my God,
he has to always throw it back at you.
Otherwise, we wouldn't know. How would we know?
We kissed again and headed to my room to sleep. We were both satisfied, had a new friend with benefits, and were totally exhausted.
Wow, to be honest, I kind of didn't picture that your dad is someone who could do friends with benefits. I don't know. Am I wrong that your dad, has he had a friends with benefits so far?
You had the lady before where he said they were kind of spinning the wheels with their relationship.
Where she's like, there's no love here.
But I feel like there was at least a little bit of a pretense in the air that maybe there could be something because it ended when they realized there wasn't anything. Mm-hmm. This could, all I'm saying is this seems like
this is purely sexual at this point, which indicates to me that we're entering maybe a chapter, a couple years in his life that are going to be a little more dedicated to kind of the just getting around.
It seems that this is probably the period of time where that's starting to get accessed and it's starting to let fly.
As someone who was like raised religious and like there was a reverence for sex and stuff like that and it was sacred.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I spent a long time like trying to deconstruct that for myself so that like sex could also be this like beautiful thing. I'm now in this like weird moment where it's just like, I have a very casual experience with it.
Yeah.
And you almost have to, you don't have to, but like having some sort of reverence or putting it in this kind of like, oh no, it's this special other thing. I'm like reconstructing Christianity, making sex special again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's a good point. Well, I think if you want to really tee yourself up for a relationship, you probably have to change your mindset towards it to a degree.
A little bit, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Which he's not doing that. He's going the opposite direction here, which is what we'll be bearing witness to.
I woke the next morning to her beautiful body laid out next to me under the covers. Pulling them back revealed a perfectly shaped, athletically tight figure. Her skin was perfectly smooth and gleamed in the faint morning light peeking through the curtains.
So I like him going, whoo, and then he looks at Sugar and Sugar's going, how dare you?
Oh, dare you. Sugar's actually under there too going, brother.
Yeah.
I love
Getting his crotch rubbed.
Sugar.
Without saying a thing, I moved down the bed between her legs and slowly pulled them apart. She smiled with her eyes still closed as she quickly realized where I was heading. I kissed the inside of her thighs and then headed for my target, entering her with the middle finger of my right hand. After several minutes, I moved into a 69 position, and she eagerly put me into her mouth. We continued pleasing each other until timing our orgasms to coincide.
You got
100% not.
No, 100% not. No way.
I mean,
it's so funny, see, when he talks about a woman's orgasm, because I'm like, I'm educated enough to know that I have no idea if that's ever sincere on the other end or not, and to like just boldly claim that they're having one. is pretty funny.
Also, imagine you're in her perspective. She was just asleep.
Yeah.
Right.
She's just asleep, and then they're going on to one of the more novel positions, the more like
That's
involved.
not a morning sex position.
It's not. So to think that she's just like suddenly going to work while being able to focus on her own, because that's the real thing. Is like as a woman, like it is like hard. Like you kind of have to like go to a mind palace and then figure out like where the thing is. If I'm doing that, and I'm also the queen of blowjobs who takes pride in her job. Okay, I also have to go to. I'm not. I'm
The fact that he
bullshit.
thinks he could meet her, she's already one of the quickest orgasms from start to
In
finish.
town.
And he's already hard. And then he's like, oh, I can equal that time in the mutual orgasm. She's like, how are we 69ing?
Oh my God.
It's probably 8:30 a.m. She's hungover, and now she's got this dick shoved in her face immediately.
She's going, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
For the remainder of that week, it was business as usual with us, except for the occasional outburst of casual, but oral only, sex. She spent a great deal of time preparing her apartment, and I ultimately helped her move in. After she moved, we remained friends, seeing each other at least several times a week. She was, however, on a mission to find her ideal husband, and I was on a parallel mission to find my ideal woman. In the meantime, we enjoyed our newfound friendship with benefits and spent many a night on the Charleston social scene, oftentimes ending at either my condo or her new apartment. Due to the demands of our schedules and our different goals, our rendezvous became less and less frequent, but we still remained friends.
They continued on for what? A little while of this exchanging oral sex.
He needed a friends with benefits.
I have both feelings where I'm like, I feel like that would be good for him in some ways.
Yeah.
And I also feel, especially knowing with what we know about maybe the book going, it also could be Pandora's box.
Well, it's Pandora's box as far as I see it. He, it's funny. He was battling the morality of it, of like, do I pursue this woman who's living with me? Do I not? And then he beats himself up. So he really feels a sense of guilt over it. And kind of once you've cracked that guilty part of your brain where you're like, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
That might now open up a floodgate of you've now repressed the thing that tells you to be guilty about it. I don't know. You know what I mean?
True. He did like really, I guess maybe in his most sober moments, see this as a breaching of like his like values, like going in for this. He saw at certain times as like no good and then went for it anyway. So I definitely think I can understand why he's like a little bummed.
He clearly
about
doesn't feel great about kind of how he let himself out of the doghouse a little bit here.
You know what? I think the only thing that would have made him feel okay is if it was true love. Like if they had gotten together and like had sex and then there was like a connection, he probably would have been like, it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But like then it just being this, I think probably bummed
I
him
think
out.
he's like knowing that he's like, I don't want kids. She wants kids. And this is like, we're never going to cross that boundary.
Yeah, literally.
It's funny though, because you're going back to what you said about growing up religious, like what we obviously did too or something. And there's a part of you that when you're having casual sex that is with someone that, that there is that religious guilt or whatever, where you're always like, this is kind of for nothing a little bit,
It's because it's like, you make the conscious choice to view sex in a different lens when you like, and it's not necessarily wrong or not, but that also means that it's not necessarily wrong to view it in this also very sacred and like beautiful way. And so it's like, I'm not making like a worse choice necessarily by doing the other thing, but it also means it kind of takes the spark out of it too a little bit.
I think you can treat sex as sacred and out of a religious context and just say like, hey, just from a biological sense, it does bond you to someone in a lot of ways. And
because no matter what, they're not going back to being friends here.
Yeah, no.
No, you don't have that shared experience. And then like, there's always a little bit of something.
Connection.
You can, I think that the actual way is if it's kind of like clunky.
If it's bad,
bad sex, I think, can actually like
zero
improve
chemistry.
a friendship.
Yeah, if you had zero chemistry in this, and it clearly was like, what, this was a dumb decision, but they didn't have that.
Yeah, but you got to hope that both people recognize like this just isn't.
Yeah,
this is just not going to progress. Mm-hmm. I mean, the fact that he came and he loaded back up, immediately. The friendship actually, the moment it truly was over is when he was ready for round two. Because that was like, okay, I'm still clearly horned up here.
If that's when it ended, what was the 69 moment?
That was still just like, brother, we're like his siblings.
Morning 69, and he's still thinking, oh boy, I don't know if we're going back after this. He's going, we're close to crossing that boundary.
I think we're pushing it.
To go from that tension of guilt and then to do morning 69 is such a leap in,
gosh.
fucking absurdity. Like,
it's insane.
like 8 hours before, you're beating yourself up about kissing next to the kitchen island. The next morning,
It is no post-nut clarity too in this whole situation of like all of this guilt should have hit him.
Yeah.
All right, Danny, will you experience what was the most descriptive, borderline
We might need to put a little warning up top of this.
This should be a warning chapter. I think, what are your impressions, Danny? Was this like, wow?
I just suspected that this guy was going to have a friends with benefits at some point, and I feel like that's a very interesting development for him.
Sure.
I don't know, though.
I guess you saw in the trajectory this book was going, it's inevitable that he'll develop a friends with benefits because, as we know, there's 28 women. One of these is going to have to be purely casual.
I think that I like this girl. I think that it's still insane. I mean, it all begins with Ricky and how insane it is that she even ended up in this situation.
Yeah.
And I hope she found the one. That's all I'll say.
I think she did. I will speak highly of her. She's a wonderful woman as far as I remember.
Yeah, she's a great
nice person.
Yeah.
No bad things to talk about her. I think that they both put themselves in a compromising position. She moved into a single guy's home. He let her in. The whole thing was idiotic to begin with. It was inevitably going to end up here in
for
my
sure.
estimation. And it did. And it did in a very kind of, as we say, post-explosion way.
I do think of all ways this could have ended. I mean, I think yes. I actually think I'm glad they hooked up.
Yeah.
Because I think that there's this built up tension. They found a way to release it without it seemingly being like a huge issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it maybe, who knows how the last time they did this, I wonder if it was kind of like we can't do this anymore.
Right.
And then finally it was like, hey, for real, we're done.
Yeah. I see that. I do think the most worrying thing about this chapter, which we've already kind of talked about, is like the double think or like the two kind of mindsets that we see for Bob. It's like, I just feel like he has this, ongoing dialogue of like, I'm going to do this right. Like, I want to grow. I want to whatever. And then just like continuously like kind of getting in the way of that.
Yeah.
A couple episodes ago, we kind of were concluding where I was like, do you need to know about your parents' sex life? And I thought maybe it was helpful. I don't think this chapter was helpful.
I don't think you needed this.
Yeah, upon personal preference, I would hope we don't get too much more of that in the book. I kind of like when
I loved it.
That's why you were like, let me sit back and relax. You read this, Danny, so that I can just make a mind picture for myself.
I'm rereading this chapter tonight and tomorrow. And I don't know, because I have heard some people have actually gotten a little turned on as this book is from some, which...
I guess I got that with the before he walked across the room. Yeah. I liked that part.
You like that part, yeah.
That's a fun, because that's
sexual
nice,
tension.
nice and romantic. That's a movie moment.
And we're all plugging into that moment where we've had that, where it's like, okay, we know something's going to happen here,
right,
and there's tension in the air. But yeah, the shaft, and penis talk was just a bit much.
Danny, all right, thank you for coming today. I want to also apologize because this was a tough chapter to throw you in. And
Connor did read ahead and didn't warn. Yeah, I don't read ahead, and Connor tends to not read ahead. We really threw you through the fire here.
I knew this would be gnarly today. And, well, I apologize to the viewer as well. If that's not your typical, preference in a romance novel, because I don't know, some people they want this.
Yeah. No, I think if I wasn't sitting with the two sons of the person who was speaking, I think I might feel differently. We'll never know because I was. But I think that, it was definitely an adventure and a ride.
Well, guys, we thank you so much for watching today. Yeah. We apologize if that kind of threw you. If you're in your car, if you're riding on some highway right now and you kind of had to veer away as you heard that descriptive blowjob.
Or if you're 69ing and listening to it, because we don't know.
And if that has inspired you to do a morning 69, I would recommend don't. because I don't think people enjoy that.
I recommend do. And go ahead and write in when you do and tell us how it was for you.
Let us know.
Please.
Let us know.
Please tell us how your partner enjoyed a Morning 69. I'll tell you right now. I didn't enjoy reading it about my own father.
We haven't done this in a bit too. If you have any stories you want to share about divorced parents, we'll have you call in next time we do an episode. So leave a comment or DM us on Instagram.
DM us on Instagram, guys.
And
thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week on From Lust to Dust, My Horny Dead Dad.
From lust to dust.
Next week on Lust to Dust, we have comedian Beth Stelling. See you next time.